Yep.
All right. Welcome to the EKU football press conference post-game after Morehead State. Here with head football coach Walt Wells. We'll start with Coach, your opening statement on thoughts of the game, and then we'll open up the floor for questions.
Well, I mean, great game. Great to get another win here in Morehead Stadium. I think our kids came out in after the delay and did a great job of bringing some energy to the field and getting to 2 quick scores and putting that thing a little in front so we could keep going. Obviously, great job by our staff in handling the delay, and when I'm saying staff, I'm talking all athletic staff and keeping us informed. We were able to get some things done in our locker room because of some of the advantages we have and see where we made some mistakes early and move forward in that. So I appreciate, the up-to-date information. We had some good snacks for them in there so to keep their energy up and keep going, because it is a long time without food for them, probably about 8 hours if they don't get something there with everything that's going on. So proud of our football team. Looking forward to getting back to work on Monday, and getting ready for a good Robert Morris team. But proud of our staff and everybody involved. So I'll open it up for any questions.
You guys got several turnovers today, several turnovers today, and Gabe was a big part of that. The pressure he was getting, the hits that he was getting,
Yeah.
like that. Just maybe a little bit about what Gabe's doing.
Yeah, Gabe Stevens is a unique athlete. I mean, he can really, he probably played every position in the small school he played at in North Carolina. And then when he went to North Carolina, they put him at the jack position or the defensive end position, like what we have him at. And he can really run. He's explosive, and he's really grown into the position and matured. And with Frank's injuries, both in the spring and all summer, and then into the training camp, and then now he's gotten so many reps that you can't deny getting reps doesn't make you a better football player, whether you're just getting them in practice or whether you're getting them in games. But he's getting them in games, and he's done a nice job. Unfortunately, their guy got injured, and that's why they switched quarterbacks. And probably Gabe was the reason for that, and that helped us get a couple of picks.
And then your team rushing stats are obviously really good. Were you pleased with what you're seeing out of the run game?
Yes. Now that I look at the stats and kind of know where we're at, to be quite honest with you, I probably wasn't that pleased on the field because at times I thought we were inconsistent. But, you got to give Morehead credit. They're going to make some plays too. I just wanted us to play to a certain standard consistently. And I thought we did that for the most part, but there's things that we've got to clean up. And, IDing certain fronts and doing certain things we have to in the run game. But overall, I think this worst rushing average was 6.9. So, it's pretty good.
So, Coach, I'm Austin Miller. I'm a junior here.
Okay, great.
Kind of feeding off of the run game question. Telling McAllister came in. He did an incredible job.
Yeah.
Obviously, Morehead's not a great team, but do you see a path to him playing a little bit more, or is it kind of?
I think, it's kind of what I've said since the beginning of training camp or the mid of training camp, that our running back room is really talented. Kelly's on 3 of the 4 special teams, I believe, and then Jalen Montgomery's on 4 of the 4. And so they're getting their reps there. Josh Carter, Braden Latham, both really talented young men and have done a great job. It's like I tell them, there's only one football out there, and you just got to wait your turn. You're going to get your turn. And we had some issues, on the other side of the ball where guys, were not, I don't want to say upset, but, we're wanting to play some. And then their opportunities came with some injuries. And so hopefully none of that happens. But they're talented. They really are. We see it in practice, and we see it in the scrimmages. And Telly's one of those dudes that has really come back from his knee injury, and really proud of him and glad he got that moment.
So there seems to be a lot more passion, I think, in the defensive end, as opposed to, the last couple of years there was maybe some lackluster defense. Can you maybe expand on how much more passion there is defensively?
Well, I think that's something that you got to play defense with, is passion. I think you got to have a spirit about you, and I think our coaches and our players both have done a great job of instilling that since the end of the season. It was something that Jake and I sat down and had long conversations about, And then, you know, we talked with the staff as we hired the staff. And, you know, I think some additions to that, you know, naturally bring that. Some guys are just naturally quiet, but, you know, you've got guys like Marcellus Maddox, guys like Vito Tisdale, guys like Mike Smith, you know, Sam Robertson, he didn't play tonight, but when he's out there, and then our defensive front, you know, I think they play with the game with that kind of passion. And so I think that helps you in every way. You still got to know what to do and do it and play physical, and I think they're doing that. But yes, they're definitely playing with some passion and playing with some strain and heart.
Thank you.
Hey, Coach, I'm Ethan Hyde. I'm a senior here in the sports writing class.
All right, great.
You were talking about Jalen Montgomery there for a second. He had 4 returns for 165 yards, including one touchdown. He got pulled back.
Yeah, we had a freshman that blocked behind the play, and you know what we teach him is don't block behind the play. But if you're ever going to block it, it's going to be a question just to serve people. But he's a true freshman and made a true freshman mistake. You know, in the heat of the moment, you're not very happy about it, but you understand. And the good thing is he's giving great effort. But Jalen's got a gear, as everybody can see, and he's got a knack for returning kicks, and he does a nice job with it. You know, it's a credit to the rest of that unit. And I think, you know, I challenged them to score, and they did, but they got a call back. But I challenged them to score on special teams because I knew we had somebody special back there that can take it. And so I think we're getting kind of like on defense, you know, you have a lot of strain, you get a lot of extra plays, right? Well, same thing on special teams. If you strain hard and do what you got to do, and you got somebody special back there, he's got a chance to do that.
And also, I noticed, you know, you came out and then you fumbled the ball, and then they got the ball back and had a field goal right before the break. And then you go out for an hour-and-a-half break. That's a lot of time to, you know, lose focus. But whenever you guys came back out, you looked, you know, a lot better. You had 14 unanswered points, including an interception.
Right. I think the fumble was a case of, you know, he was on a body, and I think Josh thought he was down, so he's really, you know, it's a classic case of give the ball to the official. Just give the ball to the official after every play, and you have no problem with fumbling, you know. And so he didn't do that. They were set up for field goal range, and they got one first down and then got the field goal. And so I hated that for our defense because I know they were looking for a shutout, and they were working for that. Ended up not even mattering, you know, that part didn't. But yeah, we went in at halftime or at the break, and it's a credit to our coaches and a credit to our players that they, you know, stayed focused on what they did. We got together and had some small meetings and looked at some things. And then we just really let them relax and you know, kind of kept them informed of what was going on. And they did a nice job with that.
Coach Pat, he's a true professional. I mean, All-American, all that kind of stuff. Last week he missed the first field goal. It didn't count, so it didn't matter. Misses one tonight. He really hasn't had a lot of opportunities so far this season yet. Does that lack of consistency affect that at all?
Well, I mean, I think you're talking about the opportunity to kick or making the kicks.
The opportunity, does it affect making?
Right. Well, I mean, I think he's only hit, 3 or 4 times, and I'm trying to think back to all the games. And, you know, we missed the one at Western, we missed the one there. Those hard angle ones, he's got to do a better job of be honest with you, we got to do a better job of probably giving him more. We rep those every week. We probably need to rep them more and make sure that he's prepared for that. And it's hard, you know, you try not to rep field goal to extra point live all the time because it's a mosh pit in there and you don't want to get somebody hurt. But he's got to do a better job. He knows that. And, you know, nobody's more disappointed in Pat. But, you know, he can hit them when it matters. And we've got to continue to push him and work and have a higher expectation what we do in practice with that.
Coach, thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
All right. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks, guys, for being here.